Alright guys, so I just did the right side, it worked, so I'm going to record the beginning of the left side. Stick this small little tubing I got inside the Harbor Freight tool pump right here. It comes with this tubing right here. You can use this pump to put in the plumber's fluid, the drain fluid, you know. Otherwise I use a bigger pump because it gives me more fluid. I use that one, so I combine the two to make a tubing to just force down the drain clearing stuff, you know. You can choose anything. I chose the $1.25 dollar store fluid, and it works well, so no problem there. I'm gonna go do the attachment, so give me a second. See, as you can see, I got this cheap $1.25 drain thingy from the Dollar Tree, you know. It's been working. All right, so this side is completely dry. I'm gonna do this right here. I did on the right side, it works, so now I want to make a video to show you guys, help you guys out, and save a lot of money and time and effort and frustration that I had yesterday trying to open this stupid cover. You can tell yesterday I tried to open the cover. I couldn't get to that drain tube, because in here, you know, in this part right here, you have that windshield wiper, the windshield fluid reservoir. It blocks, you can't see anything. So I was very frustrated. Worked on it for 3 hours looking for that what you call it, the tube, the exit tube, but I didn't see it there. So anyways, I just thought about this. I had a dream about it. I just thought about this. So thank God, you know, I'm just gonna withdraw some of this in here. And initially you're going to notice that it's very hard to push this down, so be patient, don't force it. Just let it sit in there for a little bit. Set a timer for 20 minutes, come out and push a little bit, sit in there, let it sit in there, come out, push a little bit. Do a little increments at a time, you know. See, so I got all this fluid up in here now, so give me a second. I'm gonna disconnect, wipe everything down, and then continue the video. So here you see I already connected the tubing. You can reuse the Harbor again. I'm gonna say you can use the Harbor Freight tool. That's the kit that I used right there to get this black tubing out from, and it fits perfectly inside the sunscreen drainage holes up on the top of the sunroof. But you can use that to extract the fluid. Otherwise, I bought this one because it gives me more volume to push in, you know, and it has these adapter that fits together. These two fits together perfectly, so it works. So I bought two kits. You know, I can also use it for I've used it in the past for my fluid exchanges, like my differential fluids, my automatic transmission fluids. So I've used that to pump the fluid in, and it works. So I'm going to use it for clearing this clog drain. See, so there's no water right now because I haven't pumped anything, but I'm going to give it a little pump. It's going to be hard to do because I'm one-handed. Shoot, hold up. Alright, I'm going to give it a little push using this as my pushing point. It's going to be very hard to push. Initially, when you have a clogged drain, it's very hard to push. Don't push too much too hard, because when it's backing up and you push too hard, you'll see it come up here, and since you're not standing up there to look, you can't even really tell if it's going to overflow and drip, and you don't want this dripping all over your car, you know. So give it a small push, wait for a second, let it drain, check to see if you see any dripping. If it ain't nothing, keep going a little bit more. If nothing, you know, it might take a few minutes. Just let it sit there, let it absorb, and let it break down the crap that's inside the tube, the drain, you know. And then I'll go back on top and check to see if it's overflowing on the top. So let me go up there and check. Let me just let this sit here. Put all this in the back. See, I really went to the Dollar Tree. See, this stuff is here for that fluid. So I'm gonna go up on top and check. And also what I do is I forgot to say, man, this is hard to do one-handed shit. Okay, what I do also is I put this piece of paper in between the connection, just so to prevent the fluid from leaking out and getting on the car, and you know, all that crap. So I just tie it right here, and then I'll show you what I do with this bundle of paper later. See, so So right there, I just tie it up in case if there's any fluid leaking, it just gets soaked up. So I'm gonna go on top to check, see if there's any fluid overflowing. Oh shoot, going through the sunroof. All right, there's nothing here yet. So since I'm up here, I'm gonna give it a little push to see if it backs out. You can see it backing out. That means, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I can see it backing out. It's bubbling, so that means it hasn't clear on the bottom. So just be patient with it. Let it just rest. Let it rest for like 15-20 minutes. Give it a little pump. Let it rest. Give it a pump. And when you start seeing it's dripping, it'll gradually drip slowly, and then it will just start pouring once it's cleared. And your pump, you know, your pump should be easier to push, you know, to push the fluid through. It should get easier and easier to push. But initially, it's going to be like this, and be patient. But trust in the system. It works for myself. Oh shit, see? There you go. You see that little dripping? There you go. So that shows you that it's starting to work, but not yet. Not well yet. Give it a few more minutes. You will repeat this process like 2 or 3 times. About one small little bottle, but I used like half of it for the other side. I'm gonna use half for this side. You should be able to get a really good flow at the very end. So there, see, I barely put in, I don't know, this is 2.5 ml, 250 ml so far, not much. So eventually, the more I put in it, the more it's gonna flow through, you know. So give me a second, let me push some more. Yeah, you can still feel the resistance on it. That means it's still clogged. But give it time. I say this whole process of draining it, you know, unclogging the drain and then flushing it takes about a good hour. And I got a bottle, a gallon of water, and I heated it in the microwave until it was so hot so I can flush it. You know, I did the driver's side already, so now I'm doing the passenger side. See, now you see it. See, it's getting a little better, faster than the initial drips. So just let it sit there, you know, just let it sit there, go in, have a beer, go chill, you know, set your timer, 15-20 minutes, come out, give it a little bit more push. Keep repeating back and forth, it's repetitive, but it sure beats the hell out of opening all this BS right here. So you go through from underneath with a weed whacker line. That shit doesn't work, man. It doesn't work at all. It just clears it. I mean, you got to see this as like a clogged drain. So how are you going to clog a drain? You don't clog it from the part where it comes out, the sewer part. You clog it you unclog it from the top, you know. You don't unclog it from the bottom. So same here, same method. So I found the cheapest way is buying these two right here pumps that I'm using, combining to use. You can get away with one, but I'm using both, so it's up to you. And then this $1.25 in total is probably 30 bucks, you know, or less. So give me a second, I'll come back with the rest of the video. All right, I'm gonna come back and pump some more, see how this flows. It's been like 20 minutes, I guess. Yeah, there's a better stream. Hold up, I'm gonna push while I'm holding the camera. Pushing with my fat belly. You see that? See, I just let it sit in there since the last video, and now it's flowing through a lot easier. It's pushing. You can tell the resistance feels a lot less once it starts breaking down all the junk that's in there. By the way, happy Saturday, guys. Oh shit, why is it leaking through there? It's all good. I think that's where it's supposed to leak. Don't worry about the corrosion, because you're not gonna let it sit there overnight and dry and stuff. You know, yeah, this thing is very corrosive, man, but you know, you're gonna be flushing it out with water like hell later. So once I do 3 of these tubes and they flow well and I don't have any issues, Look at that. Look at that. Oh man. Look at that. Yeah. Like a lot of people had success using the weed whacker line to unclog it from the bottom up. But man, that takes too much work. You have to take off the wheels, you have to take off the fender liner, you have to dig in there to find it. You can't even see it. You just gotta guess it and stick your fingers in there. And if you have fat hands and fingers, good luck, you ain't gonna fit in there, you know. But this right here, man, if I'd had thought about this, done this last night, it would have been a breeze. And you know, had a dream about it, and thank God he showed me how to unclog this. And I just so happened to have these equipments already at home. I just needed to go out there and buy this $1.25 drain unclogger crap from Dollar Tree. You don't need to spend so much on Drano or gel or anything. Just use the liquid form, man. It flows quicker. To me, my experience, the liquid form flows quicker. Just like water, you want it to flow, you know. You can get the gel kind and let it stay in there, and, you know. But to me, I'd rather see it moving like this. Like this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. It's so much easier now. I'm just gonna have some circles on my tummy after I'm done with this, but it's all good. Yeah, baby, that's working well. Thank God. Again, I'm gonna let it sit here. I'm still on the first full tank. So I still got 3 more of these tanks to do. If you feel like you're good at this point, you're good. Just flush it out, and you know, hopefully you don't have any clogging issues. But I'm gonna do it like I did on the driver's side, 3 full tanks, you know. So I'm gonna let it sit there and let it absorb, let it do its thing, clean this shit up in there, and you know, see what happens. Man, see, yesterday I started with this method, and I tell you, man, the only good thing you get out of this method of going through this way is there's a shitload of debris and leaf. As you're opening this right here, they will come down like hell. That's a good way to clean up your car, but there's no way you can get through here and put your head in there and look for that tubing, because the windshield fluid reservoir is right behind this panel. I can't get my camera in there to show you, but it's a bitch, dude. It's a bitch to dig in there. My hand got all cut up yesterday trying to dig my hand in there and shit, and you know, and I got small arms and stuff, but even then I can't even get to that tubing in there. So screw this shit, dude. Just, you know, do what I did. Just get those things from Harbor Freight Tools and pump up the Drano fluid, and it works, you know. Still waiting for my 15-20 minutes to lapse while I'm putting this together from last night. And as I was opening this so hard, I kind of popped it right here, but who gives a crap? The car has 200,000 miles on it. And kind of crack right there, you know. But oh well. I'm gonna put it all back together now. And it's just stupid because now I have to order another one of these plugs right here and get it fixed, because this is not the screw, this is the plug. So don't do this method, man. It's a BS method. This ain't gonna work. And I lost this clip. Shit, I need to go find this clip. Where'd it go? I'm telling you, this method sucks. Alright, got them all back in, waiting for this clip to come in from Amazon. And while you're at it, the only best thing, if you did what I did and try to take this crap off, to try to reach your hand back there to find that drain, that plug, whatever, you know, the exit point to the drain, you might as well just screw all these in, make it tighter, you know. That's the only good thing about getting under here, this thing, but otherwise ain't no point. You can't get through here with that windshield wiper fluid reservoir. Anyways, so we stopped the dripping because we just let it sit there for a little bit. Now let's do some more. Show you guys this. I'm getting a master of doing this one-handed recording now, because I'm using my stomach and my ribs to pump this fluid. Yeah, you might have to have a big stomach to do this too, if you want to do it one-handed like me. Oh yeah, see, I barely had to even push it now. It's so easy to push, you know. It's so easy to push, and whatchamacallit, it's coming right out right away. Before then it would take a minute or two, but now you can tell that this drain unclogging crap is actually doing something. You know, it's having a feast in there, eating all that junk up. Okay, another thing I'd like to do, I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but I like to, shoot, hold up. I like to, man, I have to use my knees for this to show you guys. I like to draw some fluid out, then pump it back in, draw it out, pump it back in. It's kind of like using your what is that thing on the plunger, the toilet plunger, you know? You're plunging it in and out to make sure there's flow, you know? You can't just push it one way. You gotta sometimes withdraw and compress. And you can see sometimes when the first initial tube that you do, you'll see the crap in this tube. You see the junk in this tube. You see it nasty and stuff, you know, but we'll just loosen it up. Withdraw it, push it through. All right, let me disconnect the tube. Hold up. Another thing is when you disconnect the tube, you might have some fluid still stuck in this tubing right here. It will drip, so it's best to get it out of the car. Don't put it on your seat and shit, because that's my stupid mistake I did in the first place. Put it in the seat and I got it on the seat, but I learned from my mistake and showing y'all, just put it right here. Put a water paper on it and let it sit here. It will drip out, you know. You can clean it up easier than cleaning it up on your seats and stuff. All right, so let's just go draw some more drain stuff. What is this shit called? Drain opener. There you go. Hold up. All right, got my next fluid together. Put that round there again, just to make sure that there's no fluid that leaks out if I put too much pressure, or maybe I'm pulling on this too hard, or whatever the hell it may be, that it gets loose and all that, you know, drain opener fluid comes back out, and you don't want that. All right, so it had stopped dripping, and I'm gonna push it again with my fat belly. Hold up. Wow, dude, this is so smooth. Look at that. Look at this motion just going. Wow, and I heard hardly any resistance. Look at that. Immediately it just starts flowing, you know. That's what you want. By the second tubing, or after the first, you should start seeing this fluid motion, you know, just pushing in. You don't want to be too forceful, because you don't want to break anything or loosen up any of the drain plug tube on top. Yeah, so give it gradually good pressure pushing. You'll see it flowing like this. Let me zoom in. You guys can see that, right? It's just flowing like crazy. But, you know, I'll do it like about halfway. Say I'll do it about halfway and let it sit there. I'm just gonna let it sit there and let it, you know, have its buffet and stuff. Just let it sit there while I go do my other thing. I'm cleaning up the garage and stuff right now. So, yep, just let it sit there. Make sure you have this in here. You don't want any fluid to leak out on your car. Just let it sit there and chill while you do your thing, and come back, check on it in 15-20 minutes. Do it again, you know, repeat this process 3 times. And I guarantee you it will clear your tube. All right, guys, been 15-20 minutes. Going back in now. Push. Smooth. Look at that. Notice that stream? Oh yeah. I'm vacuuming in my car, so my car is on right now. Look at that. That's what you want to see. Keep going. Shit. And again, clamp between my legs and withdraw some. And push some. Withdraw some. And push some. You should start feeling that this thing is so easy to push in and out completely with no fluid, because it's so clear. Initially when you try to do this, you can't, you know how fast it is. Look how easy it is, because the drain is so clear now. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna put one more tube, flush through it, and then flush it out with hot water. Hold up. Alright. Here's some more drain opener fluid. And again, go using my fat belly to push. It's so smooth, dude. It's going out so smooth. Look at that. Yeah. And since I'm in a rush to go get some crawfish to celebrate after this, I ain't gonna wait 15-20 minutes. I'm just gonna flush it out with hot water. All right, guys. Let's pump the rest of this fluid out. Let's try it again. Let's pump the rest of this fluid out. Ooh-wee. Coming out. It's coming out. All right. So let me do this again so I can record for you guys. All right. It's so easy to look at that. Totally with no fluid in there. In the beginning I couldn't even do that. Now I can get the rest of this fluid out. Alright, I'm gonna put some hot water in now. Alright, got the water in. Sorry my car's a mess because I was vacuuming. Get the water in now. Look at this full tank of water here. Just gonna give it a push. That thing is going easily. Look at that stream. Man, that's how I was when I was 20 years old. Look at that. Woo-wee. Alright, let's do this like 3-4 times, or whenever you want to stop, you stop. And since it's water, you can just hang it here, let it drip. Second tank of water. Look at that. Look at that Niagara Falls. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, man, while I was waiting for the liquid plumber fluid to soak in and dissolve all this crap inside the lines, I was vacuuming the car and then I noticed there was some wet puddles up in here, you know? So I guess somewhere in between getting clogged and leaking into the car, check underneath your mats on both sides. It should be damp. It should be damp. It should be, it might be damp actually. It might be damp, it might be, you know, wet and stuff. But I checked all that, so I'm taking everything apart and vacuuming it dry and let the car air dry. All right, I'm done with this. Let's do a third one. All right, here's the third tube. Again. Here we go. You can see some of the, look carefully, there's some of those black stuff that was coming out from the drain. You notice how the color of that liquid is kind of greenish and moldy, whatever. It's probably been in there too long, that's why. Now the water should be just clear now, but no. But initially, look at that. I have my car on because I'm vacuuming, so it has nothing to do with this process. gonna disconnect the tube. And when you disconnect the tube, you be careful. This is water, so I don't have a napkin to hold it back, but you will get the remaining water that hasn't pumped in. It's gonna flow out, so it's all good. Just let it come down and just hang it. When it was liquid drain fluid, make sure you put a piece of paper and cap it. You don't want that corrosion all over the place. But since this water is all good. All right, this is the third one. All right, there you go. Flow, baby, flow. It is so easy to push. So, you know, keep these things clean, especially if you live near the coast with all the sand and stuff, you know, the buildup. You might as well do this like every 6 months. It's not that hard. Just get some, since you're already bought the materials from doing this the first time, just keep all of that. Just go get a $1.25 drain opener fluid from Dollar Tree or any dollar store. You know, I don't even use that much. It's not even a gallon, dude. We did 64 ounces, and I did half on the right side, half on the left side, and it works perfectly well. You know, you don't need no gel stuff, and you don't need no expensive stuff. That's all you need, really. You know, I'm done with this. I'm gonna flush it one more time just for the hell of it, because I have too much water left. I think this is like my 4th tank or something. Look at that. Flow, flow, flow. Clean all that extra chunk up that's up in there. Now I just thought about some. I'm gonna climb up on the top of the car and take some of this water and flush around the gutter up there to clear off all the channels and the dirt and the debris that flow through, you know. All right, here I am on top of the world, top of the car. I already finished those 3-4 flushes. I'm gonna take out the tubing. See, this tubing got probably 4 to 5 inches in, and you don't need that much, you know. And I'm gonna use this to flush out these channels, to flush out the rest of the debris up in here, clear it out while I'm at it. I'm just gonna clear it out with fresh water. All right, I can't do this with one hand, so I'll let y'all go, but you get the idea. You know, just flush it out, flush it all over the place. There you go, you can see I flushed it all out. There's no water retaining up in here. It's all gone. It drained out both sides. Both sides are good. We're good to go, man. Now it's time to just grease this rail up. It's been so nasty. Oh, it's been so nasty. So thank you guys. Hopefully that helped you, save you a lot of time, money, effort, and a lot of cuts and bruises, you know. Just don't be opening that fender well to get your hands in there and get it all cut up. Just do what I did and just buy this stuff, connect it up, pump it through. You should be good. That's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, spread the word. This can be used for BMWs, for any vehicles in general, you know. So if you have a, you know, sunroof, more than likely you'll have a clog eventually. So good luck.